Friends, many times you've asked me, how do you make your cherry pie? So it is my favorite thing, all right? But I only make it once a year because it takes a lot of effort to do the cherries, all right? You need a pitter, you need sanity. It takes about an hour, but once that's done, you have a huge satisfaction and you know you can move on to the next phase, which is very easy. So let's do this. So one thing about me, I like to double up my dough. You'll have the recipe to make the dough, double it. This is what I'm doing because I like to have extra and I'm always paranoid and I like it a bit thicker, but again, to each their own. So we're gonna double it. So 4.5 cups of flour, right? 4.5. And there you go. All right, so then you need 2 sticks of butter. I'm doubling it, so we're putting 4 and it's gotta be cold. You just don't overthink this step because you need a food processor for that. I mean, you could do it with your hands, but really, it's so much better with a food processor. You avoid dirtying your hands. And again, because we're doubling, we're gonna put 4 tablespoons of sugar. It's pretty loaded in here, or we not. It'll all make sense. All right, 4 tablespoons of sugar. And then this is gonna make all the difference. You're gonna zest 1 lemon. So again, it would be half a lemon. Oh, and one of my essences of life, guys. Love lemon. This is gonna infuse your dough so beautifully and you'll taste it. It's gonna be great. All right, we're ready to pulse. It's coming along. Once in a while, you just have to press it down, obviously, because we're overflowing it, because little is never enough. So be too much of everything, I say. Why not? Just press it down and it's gonna start coming together. There you have it. See, it all came together and it's binding. You don't want to overdo it. I have the water running because now we're gonna add some water, a little as we go. And I also forgot to add the salt. It's a pinch of salt just to bring the balance to the world. So you can do this now. Okay, let's start adding the water. So again, doubling, it's usually 7 tablespoons. We're gonna do 14, but we're gonna go slowly. There you go, so that's 7. I know I need more. Just, you always wanna monitor. This is why I like, you see it just goes in. You see how excited that was? It just went in, guys. You have a desired consistency. Make sure it's soft so you don't, it doesn't cut your hand. And this is where you're gonna manipulate it with you're not gonna overdo it. Okay, it's beautiful. It smells amazing. And it's really the way you want it. You're not doing much with this, okay? I'm actually very excited. What I want you to do, you're gonna need to refrigerate this. Got the knife, just cut it in half. Okay? Because you don't want to overheat it, right? It's gonna go in the fridge. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. It's usually half an hour to an hour. We're gonna do half an hour today because I need this baby ready for Father's Day. All right, so in the oven, in the fridge, it's gonna go for 30 minutes. You can leave it longer. You can even do it the night before. And we'll just get the cherry mixture going and everything's gonna be ready to assemble in 30 minutes. It's cherry time. Let's go. So we have 7 cups of really... The struggle was real, guys, all right? We pitted the cherries. We put all the love. That is done. So 7 cups of cherries. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. Beautiful. Okay, next we're going to have... So you can use cornstarch. I like tapioca flour. So it's 5 tablespoons. This is gonna allow the cherries to soften. So 5 tablespoons, 4 and 5. And then we have, there it is, 3/4 cups. Should have done this a little bit more gracefully, don't you think? A little bit more, but 3/4 cups. Again, you could use regular sugar. You guys know me, you follow me. I really love coconut sugar. I don't like things that are too sweet. How graceful was that? All right, just in case I miss it. But 3/4 cups of coconut sugar, or you can use regular.
but this is my recipe, so tag along.
Last but not least, we need the juice of 2 lemons, but we need the zest of 1. Just because. Well, half. You can do half. I like to do it all because I just love lemons. Love them! Okay, that's enough. Let's juice these lemons. All right, let's juice. I already juiced 1 lemon. Really put your muscles into it. Okay. And that's it. Mix this really well until everything, like you don't see any tapioca left, and the sugar, everything becomes absorbed, and you start seeing it already starts creasing. That's what the tapioca does. It starts making a juice. It releases the flavors from the fruit. And go ahead and use this recipe for, I like, when I do a blueberry pie, it's so much easier because I'm not pitting cherries. But I take it to heart, guys. It's a lot of effort, but it's so worth it. And that's why it's once a year unless I get a special request and I really have to think about it. Plus, they're not always in season. So the half hour that the dough is in the fridge, half hour, this should be ready. All right, we're back. So I have my baking dish. The oven is at 400. We bake that for 20 minutes, then we lower it at 350. So you just want to make sure that you butter your dish here as such. Let the fun times begin. Oh, it's just, it smells so good too, all right? So, like I said, I like it thick, and you can also have a bit of flour on hand if you need, but you want to work fast. So okay. Did I ever tell you guys that I am not a baker, all right? So what comes easy to some does not come easy to me when it comes to baking. So the things that I have learned to do, I'm proud of them, but it's not always graceful. So, but this is coming along beautifully. So, okay, so you're gonna delicately, I'm telling you, I think this is one of my best doughs, I'm not gonna lie. It's so easy to manipulate. You want to make sure that you're removing all the air as you the pork. Let's grab our mixture. Give it a nice turn. Okay. In it goes. Just spread it around nice and evenly. Now we're gonna get our tool and we're gonna make nice strips. I'm gonna start creating some strips. Usually I used to do this by hand, but I've decided to be a little bit more graceful, so get rid of that. And I like to make them, so. Okay, so I went ahead. It didn't film properly, so apologies, but I think you're gonna get the meaning of what I did here. Whatever was left over, I went ahead and I just delicately with the fork so that it creates an even wedge all around. All right, we have our egg. I'm gonna take a little bit of milk, just dash, and you're gonna. Okay, and there you have it. Get yourself a nice little brush here and just go around the dough so that it gets nice and shiny. And then you're gonna grab a little bit of granulated sugar and you're just gonna go over the top with it. All right, let's get our aluminum foil. So all you're doing here, you're gonna bake, you're gonna just cover the edges for 20 minutes, for the first 20 minutes that it's baking, because it's gonna be high, and you don't want, you're like delicately putting it there, all right? You just don't want it to burn. this was a rookie mistake years ago, like I think 10, 12 years ago. When I did this, it burned and it was on my other account and people were like telling me, oh, you should have put, you know, to my fellow bakers. So just go around as such. Okay, we're ready to bake. So we're gonna pop this in at 400 for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna lower the oven at 350. We're gonna remove the aluminum and we're gonna let it go for another 30, and then it's gonna rest and it's gonna be delicious. And for the dough that's left over, and this is a nice sphere, you're gonna freeze it. And I'm probably gonna do an open rustic apricot tart with this. So see, it never goes to waste, and this is why I like to make more. But again, do your own vibe, all right? And there you have it. It's still bubbling. Apologies, I think I may have, when I was looking at my videos, at 30. So it's 20 minutes at 400 and then it's like 50 minutes at 350. Sometimes, you know, I'm so quick in the things that I say. This is bubbling now. It's gonna rest. You can wait 15 minutes and serve it with ice cream. We're eating in the next 2 hours, so it'll be fine. I'm very proud of this, all right? Like I said, I'm not a baker, but happy Father's Day, all right?